Imagine there are two friends living in the same city, Lisa and Anna. Lisa lives in a very beautiful villa in the suburbs. The house is spacious, with a front yard full of carefully maintained flowers, and in the back there is a clear blue swimming pool and a fairly impressive BBQ area for hosting weekend parties. Stepping inside Lisa's house, everything is very impressive. The living room has a 90-inch TV mounted on the wall, a surround sound system for watching movies, and a mini projector placed on a shelf. In the kitchen, there is a high-end espresso machine, a waffle maker, a slow juicer, a high-power blender, and even a home ice cream machine. In Lisa's private gym, there is a treadmill, an exercise bike, a few sets of dumbbells, and a yoga mat that was bought with a lot of determination. But most of the time just lies there unused. In the walk-in closet, there are rows of clothes bought by season, many of which still have the original tags attached. A line of handbags, high heels, and skincare products that Lisa bought because she saw them in review videos or because they were on sale. In the bedroom, there are also a neck massager, a foot massager, hair styling tools, curling irons, facial steamers, devices that Lisa once thought she would use regularly. But after a few tries, they gradually sit untouched in drawers. Looking at Lisa's life, many people think she is living very successfully. And in fact, Lisa does have a good job with an income of about $100,000 per year. But there is something very few people know. Every time Lisa opens her banking app, her account is almost empty. Money comes and then quietly leaves through small items in daily life. In another neighborhood of the city, Anna, a friend of Lisa, lives in a much smaller house. No swimming pool, no private gym, no expensive devices that are only used a few times. Anna's house is quite simple. The living room has just a reasonably sized TV, a neat sofa, and a few books on a shelf. In the kitchen are basic tools that she uses almost every day. Her belongings are neatly arranged. The windows are always open to let light fill the house. There are not too many unnecessary things. Anna's income is even lower than Lisa's, about $80,000 per year. But in Anna's account, there is $20,000 in an emergency fund and more than $70,000 in an investment account, quietly generating returns every year. The two live in the same city. The income difference is not very large, but after a few years, the financial gap between them becomes completely different. The difference is not because Lisa earns less money, but because too much of Lisa's money is tied up in things she rarely uses, while Anna chooses a different way of living, simpler or more organized and more intentional. And that is exactly what we will talk about in today's video. I am Sophia. After many years of research and thinking about people's consumption and shopping habits, I have found 10 minimalist principles. Very simple principles, but they can help your money stay with you more and quietly make your account grow over time. Principle 1: don't upgrade to new items just for extra features. One of the fastest ways money leaves your pocket is constantly upgrading things you already have, just because the new version has a few more attractive features. Imagine you bought a car about a year ago. The car still runs very well, still takes you to work every day, still provides enough safety and comfort. But then the car company releases a new version. The new version has a sunroof, multi-directional adjustable seats, a larger center screen, a premium sound system, ambient lighting, and many details that make the car look more modern. You start thinking, maybe I should upgrade to the new version? But if you sell your current car and switch to a new one, you could immediately lose tens of thousands of dollars due to depreciation, taxes, registration fees, and related costs. While in reality, 90% of the time you only use the basic functions of the car: driving, listening to music, and turning on the air conditioner. The same story happens with phones. Every year there is a new version: slightly better camera, slightly brighter screen, slightly faster chip. But for most people, the phone is mainly used for texting, calling, watching YouTube, and scrolling social media. Those technological upgrades often do not change your life as much as advertising makes you think. Then there are household items. You already have a juicer, but you see a premium slow juicer with more modes. You already have a blender, but you buy another one specifically for smoothies. You already have a coffee maker, but you buy an espresso machine, then a milk frother, then a coffee grinder. Many of those items are used a few times and then sit on the kitchen shelf for years. The interesting thing is, your money usually does not disappear because of one big decision, but because of many small upgrade decisions like that. People who live a minimalist lifestyle often have a very simple habit. They do not upgrade just because there are more features. They only replace when the item truly no longer serves their life well. Just this one principle alone, if applied over many years, can help you keep tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Money that instead of sitting in rarely used items, could be in your savings or investment accounts. Principle 2. Count the number of uses before deciding to buy. One of the simplest ways to know whether something is worth buying is to ask a very practical question. How many times will I use this? Many items in life are bought because of the emotion of the moment. At that time, we imagine that we will use them a lot, but reality is completely different. There are clothes bought because they look nice in the store or because they are on sale, but then they sit in the closet for months, sometimes never worn, or worn once for a specific occasion and then put away. There are devices bought with great determination. A treadmill is bought with the intention that starting tomorrow, you will exercise every morning. But after a few weeks, the treadmill becomes a very expensive clothes hanger, a small canoe, a surfboard, or items like travel backpacks, binoculars, hiking shoes. For weekend trips, sometimes are not used even twice a year. At home, there are also many such devices: neck massager, foot massager, hair curling machine, hair styling machine, facial steamer, baking machine, specialized juicer, nut milk maker. These items are often very attractive when buying, but rarely become a real part of daily life. Meanwhile, there are other items used almost every day: the blanket and mattress you sleep on every night, the refrigerator opened dozens of times a day, the washing machine used many times a week, the vacuum cleaner that keeps your home clean, the dishwasher that saves hours of housework. These items may not be very exciting to buy, but they serve your life continuously for many years. A very simple way to see the value of an item is take the price divided by the number of uses. For example, a $300 jacket worn only 3 times. Each use actually costs $100. A $2,000 treadmill used about 10 times. Each workout costs $200. Meanwhile, a $1,500 washing machine used every day for 8 years. More than 2,900 uses. The actual cost per use is only about 50 cents. Minimalists often have a very interesting habit. Before buying anything, and they do not ask, is this item beautiful? They ask, how many times will I use it? And just this small shift in thinking can help you avoid hundreds of unnecessary purchases, keeping a lot of money that you may not even realize you are saving. Principle 3. Create friction for spending. Have you noticed something? In the past, if you wanted to buy something, you had to go to the store, think, compare, and consider for a long time. But now, you just open your phone, one tap, and the money is gone from your account. The problem is not that you spend more, it's that spending money has become too easy. And that is exactly why you need the opposite habit. Make shopping a little harder. Why does friction help you save? Humans are not always rational. Many purchasing decisions come from temporary emotions. Flash sale? Buy now before it's gone? This looks really interesting. It's cheap, might as well try it, but if you just delay for 24 to 48 hours, well, 80% of those items, you will no longer want to buy. Small friction equals prevents big wrong decisions. Here are 5 very effective ways to create shopping friction. First, remove your bank card from shopping apps. Don't save payment information. Every time you buy, you have to re enter it. You will think more carefully. Second, apply the 24-hour rule. Any item that is not immediately necessary, wait 24 hours before buying. If after one day you still want it, then reconsider. If not, then you just save money without effort. Third, turn off sale notifications and ads. Apps don't make money when you save. They make money when you buy. Don't let them remind you to spend money every day. Fourth, create physical friction. Only use cash for some expenses. Don't carry cards when going out. Don't shop when you are sad or stressed. When buying becomes harder, you will buy less. Fifth, ask questions before buying. Before every purchase, and ask yourself, do I really need this? How many times will I use it? If I don't buy it, will my life be worse? An interesting truth. Rich people are not rich because they earn too much money, but because they don't let money leave them easily. Principle 4. Automate your savings. You may be very disciplined, but if every month you have to decide how much to save, sooner or later, you will skip it. Because after spending, there is usually nothing left to save. That's why this principle is extremely important. Don't save what's left. Save first, automatically. Why is automation so powerful? When money just arrives in your account, if you see the full amount, your brain thinks, I can spend this. But if part of the money disappears immediately into another account, you won't feel like you have that money to spend anymore. And the strange thing is, you still live normally. And here are 4 ways to set up an automatic system. First, split money as soon as you receive your salary. For example, 10 to 20%. Savings account, 5 to 10%. Emergency fund. The rest, spending. Set up automatic transfers right after payday. Second, separate accounts. Don't keep all your money in one account. One account for daily spending, one savings account, harder to withdraw, one emergency fund, only used when truly necessary. The harder it is to access leads to the easier it is to keep your money. Third, increase with income. Every time your salary increases, don't upgrade your lifestyle immediately. Increase your saving percentage first. For example, salary increases by $1,000. Automatically add $200 to monthly savings. Fourth, automate investing, if possible. After building an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses. Automatically transfer money into investment funds monthly. You don't need to time the market, you just need consistency. A small change, but a very big impact. When you do this long enough, you shift from save what's left to spend what's left after saving. And that's when money starts staying with you more. Principle 5, shop with a plan. You may earn $4,000 per month, but if every purchase is impulsive, money will still disappear very quickly. People without a shopping plan are essentially letting emotions control their wallet. Why is planned shopping important? When you don't have a plan, go to the supermarket, buy more than needed. Order food, choose more expensive items because you're hungry. See a sale, buy because it's cheap, not because you need it. Result, money goes out in small amounts, but adds up to a lot. What is planned shopping? It's not about living miserably or cutting everything. It is knowing in advance what you will spend, how much, and why. Real example. U.S. $4,000 per month income. Assume someone earns $4,000 per month after tax. A reasonable food budget could be $500 to $700 per month. And here is a suggested breakdown. First, groceries. $400 to $500. Buy food for the whole month. Rice, noodles, eggs, meat, vegetables, fruits. Milk, Bread, breakfast items, frozen convenience food. Average, $100 to $125 per week. Second, eating out slash ordering, $100 to $200, 1 to 2 times per week. Treat it as a reward instead of a daily habit. Compare two lifestyles without a plan. Order food 1 to 2 times per day. Each day, $20 to $30. 1 month, $600 to $900 just for eating out with a plan. Mostly cook. Controlled eating out. 1 month, $500 to $700 total food cost. Difference, $200 to $400 per month 1 year, $2,400 to $4,800. Just food alone can create a very large saving. So we have gone through 5 very simple principles. Create friction for spending. Automate savings. Shop with a plan. Don't upgrade just for extra features. Count usage before buying. It may sound small, but if you apply them long enough, these small changes will help you keep a much larger amount of money than you think. Because money does not disappear in one big decision. It disappears in daily habits. In part 2 of the next video, I will share the remaining 5 principles, and these are the principles that many people are making mistakes with every day without realizing it. Buying because of discounts, owning too many things, choosing quantity over quality, and a few very small habits that have a huge impact on your finances. If you want your money to stay with you more, without needing to earn much more. Don't miss part 2. I'm Sophia, and I'll see you in the next video.